You guys are excited about the first week, ready to play some football, especially after watching some football this weekend. Ready to hit somebody else. Guys been flying around, and again, we just ready to hit somebody else. And of course, we got Vanderbilt this week, so we got to go up there and play Saturday night at 6:30, I think, 6 o'clock. And just excited to see what the guys are going to do. Want to fly around, want to try to stay competitive as long as we can, and try to get out of that game healthy and get ready for the stretch run.
Appreciate those opening comments, Coach Maynor. Once again, if you do have questions for Coach, please utilize the raise your hand feature here on Zoom to get your question in the queue for Coach Maynor. Opening up the floor for questions for Coach. All right, first question goes to Mason Smith.
Good morning, Coach. Mason Smith from HBCU Legends. Obviously, you have a very powerful running game coming into this year. How do you plan to maximize that effort, as you've seen from camp and going into your first game?
Yeah, well, we think we got a good offensive line, and we think we got a good running back in Donovan Eaglin. We got a couple guys behind him that we think can get some valuable carries. So we want to lean on the offensive line as much as we can in Donovan Eaglin, but we also want to stay balanced too. So of course, if they start loading the box, we got to throw the ball, and we feel that we got some receivers and some quarterbacks that can get them the ball. So of course, we want to lean on those guys, and we want to try to run the ball and play running back by committee and keep Donovan fresh for the whole season.
Next question goes to Mo Carter.
Hey, Coach, speaking of committee, clearly throughout camp, it looks like you've had a 3-team race between Quad and Quincy and Xavier. How do you plan to handle things with the QBs going into Saturday's contest?
We probably going to play 2 quarterbacks Saturday, and it's probably going to be X and Quad. Will probably be the 2 guys we play Saturday, and then we'll go from there probably.
Next question goes to Carl Prather.
Morning, Coach Maynor. Wanted to piggyback off of what Mo had asked. Is there any sort of kind of quote-unquote pitch count that you would maybe implement with the guys there, kind of getting a feel and a grasp for what they can and can't do in a game-like setting?
Well, we're gonna play it. We're gonna play it by ear, Carl. We may do quarters, we may do possessions. We just may go by a feel. If whoever we go with first play well, we might just keep them in there. So it's still open right now. We'll see.
Currently taking questions for Coach Maynor with Alabama A&M. We have another question from Carl Prather.
Coach, did want to ask about the running back room and with Donovan and that group as a whole. I know you want to be a little bit versatile. Obviously, he's the bell cow, but what have you been able to see during camp from that room that has you encouraged as you get ready for Vanderbilt on Saturday?
Right. We think we got a couple other backs behind Donovan that can get it done. Of course, we didn't run Donovan a lot in camp. We want to make sure he stayed healthy and was ready to go for the season. So those other guys got a lot of valuable carries and looks and did a great job.
Next question goes to Mo Carter.
Hey, Coach, during the preseason, of course, we talked about your O-line, your quarterbacks, your running backs, but really get a chance to kind of lock in on what comes to the table when you have your core wide receivers. Can you kind of just give us an idea, what are we looking at from the receiving core, and maybe who are some guys to be on the lookout for this upcoming season?
Yes, Keenan Hammer could be back. He started for us last year. Terrell Gardner be back. He started for us last year. CJ Young will be back. He started and played some games for us last year. Darren Turner will be back. Those will probably be our top 4. And then LeVar has stepped it up in camp. He's had a good camp. And so we got 5 or 6 guys that we think can play on Saturdays and get the job done. So we're pleased with that group. Now they just got to go out and execute on Saturdays.
Next question goes to Carl Prather.
Throughout the beginning of camp, Coach, you mentioned the chemistry as far as leadership and the camaraderie amongst the group as a whole, from the upperclassmen and leaders to the young guys. Just how encouraged were you with just camp as a whole, and the right attitude, right mindset to be ready for the upcoming season?
Yeah, I think we got the right attitude. It's a lot better than last year's. I think the leadership is a lot better than last year's. We had a lot of transfers that came in and didn't quite buy in, and I think it's a difference this year how those guys have come together. Zarion Hayes is doing a tremendous job of leading those guys, not just the defense but the whole team. And the chemistry is just a lot better. You know, I've coached a lot, and this chemistry is a lot better than it has been in the past. So I'm excited about that, and I can't wait to see how these guys react.
Got time for one more question for Coach Maynor. Final question for Coach Maynor. Coach, as always, we appreciate your time, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. And congratulations to TC on a big win this week for his program and the SWAC against the MEAC. Good job, man.